I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to... You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Poco se habla de lo muchísimo que me puto gusta esa intro. Me puto encanta. Me parece que el narrador debería ganarse todos los premios del puto mundo. Me puto encanta, no sé. Tiene una cosa que creo que nunca la había puesto en directo, pero bueno.
Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Valen's
Let's go.
The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Como dice el título, vamos a hacer Novigrad. Es la historia de Triss y tal vez la de Jaskier. Lo malo es que la historia de Triss tiene una misión de cartas entre medias y me gustaría hacerlo, la verdad, porque quiero sacar el platino. Vamos a hacer lo que pueda en la historia de Triss y Jaskier, o Dandelion, como quieras llamarlo. Que por cierto, de la última vez que estuve en directo, pues ya he limpiado medio puto mapa, ahora me falta la parte de arriba de Novigrad. Y estaría esta región al menos. Esta fue la última misión que hice, que la dejé en auras de subir el nivel, pero me quedan nada. Me quedan 16 para subir de nivel. Bueno, perdón, 26. Así que... a ver, voy a subir de nivel porque me da toque ver esa mierda así. Así que una secundaria. Bueno, mira, esto. Nivel 7, pero nos van a dar poquito nivel, pero supongo que sería suficiente para subir. Esta es la del cazador, creo. Que me da miedo hacerla porque recuerdo haberla hecho en difícil en mi anterior partida y me partieron la puta cara. Pero bueno, veamos ahora.
Who will protect us poor from the cutthroats? Who, I ask?
Quiero hablar con este señor.
Looking for a hunter named Neelan.
Found him. What do you want?
Hear about your notice. I'm a witcher. When do you last see your wife?
5 days passed, before dawn. On my way out to hunt, she were asleep. We come back, found no sign of her.
Notice anything strange? Maybe her behavior?
No, she were her happy, smiling self. Nothing different than late. She's not run off, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe she went to the neighboring village. Forgot to tell you.
No. My sister were never gone this long before.
Tried looking for her?
Asked round the village, none saw her go. She must have left when they were still sleeping. Told her time and again not to wander off on her own. She never listened.
I must have some menfolk who scour the woods. Nothing.
Poco buscar.
I'll look in the woods. You might have missed something. Ask around, too. She have any friends?
Hannah keeps to herself mostly. Watches the blacksmith's young'uns at times. And in the village, Glenna, the butcher's wife, she likes her best.
Thanks. I'll try to find her, but no promises.
Muy tranquila la hermana para haberse perdido su familiar, ¿no? Bueno, hay que hablar con esta señora. No podía subir la valla como un puto normal, pero bueno.
Greetings, you Glenna?
Aye, but gristle and marrow's all I'm willing to sell, and you'll have to wait till I'm done
Aye.
carving it.
Wanted to talk to you about Hannah. Hear you were friendly.
She come by at times? We talk?
She seems strange lately. Any idea where she might have gone?
Strange.
Besties.
No?
Best friends
A cheerful
forever,
soul
por lo que ve.
always. If I'm to judge, it's the wolves got her. Been howling the nights through lately. Even the Baron's men are feared to come by. Hannah must have gone to the wood to gather mushrooms, maybe. Strayed too deep and the howlers got her.
Hasta luego.
Thanks. Farewell.
Wow. My dad used to make swords like yours. Can I touch it?
It's sharp. Better not. Need to talk to your father.
I forged swords once. Now it's scythes and hoes. For good arms, you'll need to go to Novigrad.
No, sí, ya. Bueno, tampoco es que herreros en 9 grado, pero bueno. Hay uno, está
Wanted to ask you
retirado.
about Hannah. Heard she looked after your children.
Hannah? Do you know where she is?
No, that's why I'm here. She maybe tell you where she was going, or anything else?
She said turnips are healthy and we ought to eat them. I saw her go to the forest with another lady. It was dawn almost. I'd gone out so I wouldn't wet the pallet.
The forest? She's done for.
Why?
A huge pack roams the area. None from the village dares go in the forest. Neelan's only one not afeared, but then he's a hunter.
Did you get a good look at the other woman? Know who it was?
No. She walked in front of Aunt Hannah. I couldn't see.
Thanks. Farewell.
That hurt!
Bopos al lío. Hostia, no me acordaba que pagaba por la cabaña del conjurador. Cementerio todo guapo. Ay. Ah, perdón. Puta, pues está más largo de lo que recordaba. Pues sí, pensé que estaba al lado, sinceramente, por eso dije que no habían buscado muy bien el equipo de rescate que en el que incurrió el amable caballero ese. Un poquito largo, sí. Hannah creo que está por aquí. ¿Dónde están los lobos, quizás? Ah, sí. No. Oh, cinemática.
Witcher?
Ah,
What are you doing here? Shouldn't be in the forest alone.
I came to tell you. You needn't look for Hannah. She'd have returned long past were she alive.
¿tú crees?
I'll pay you twice Nealon's pledge. Just tell the man his Hannah's dead.
Don't want to know what happened to her?
I've no illusions, Witcher. In Velen, you're gone as long as she's been. You don't come back. Hannah's dead for certain. Nealon ought to accept his loss. Move on with his life.
Hueles a mierda de Polonia está aquí, compañera.
Sorry, not in the habit of leaving jobs undone.
Folks speak true about you, Witchers. You're heartless beasts.
Claro. Yo voy al sin corazón. Perrito.
No man did this. Cuts, made with long claws. Flesh torn clear off. This is getting interesting.
A ver. Me suena que Hannah no estaba muy lejos de aquí. Huellas.
Claw marks, deep.
Aquí está.
Must be Hannah of a rotting corpse, torn to pieces, scattered all around. Werewolf, no doubt about it. Gotta be careful.
Era por el olor, creo. No. Sí, es la
Blood
pista esta.
and paw marks. Wonder where they lead.
Por aquí se subió al árbol.
Tuft of fur. Whatever lost it hasn't bathed in a while.
Hombre lobo taku. Le gusta el anime, ese señor.
Man's clothes. Shredded, but no sign of blood. Who rips their own clothes off, leaves them in the woods?
Recuerdo que cuando hice esta misión la primera vez, me quedé estuqueado aquí como una hora más o menos, buscando pistas por toda esta zona de aquí. Porque, si se fijan hasta que llega, de aquí no sigue. Y el pedo es que hay que seguir a la cabaña para verla. Que hasta aquí llega y hay que hacer el rastro de ropa. Ya me fijé en eso, como soy imbécil, estoy como una hora ahí. A ver. Vamos a josear esta mierda. Voy a desbancar la puta casa del señor este. A ver la cara.
Notes. Wonder whose.
Soy quien soy, eso no lo puedo cambiar. Puede que las camisas de hojas de perejil entretejidas y las pociones hechas con lágrimas de vírgenes funcionen en los cuentos de viejas, pero no conmigo. Ha llegado el momento de asumirlo. Con el amor de Hannah y una disciplina de hierro encontrar una manera de controlarlo, pero debo acordarme de esconderme en los bosques antes de que aparezca la luna llena, de apartarme de los demás, de Hannah. El ataque llega y pasa. Me despierto con heridas en las manos y el sabor a sangre en la boca. Quizás sea mejor que no recuerde nada. Matar presas con el arco y las flechas es una cosa, pero desgarrarlas con colmillos y garras, al menos aquí, en el corazón del bosque, no le hará daño a ninguna persona. Piadosa Melitele, vela por los que se pierden y se me acercan demasiado. Así que es el marido el que impuso el contrato, pero él no sabe que lo ha matado. Pero fue ella, por alguna razón, por lo que vimos. Para este cofre por allá, creo. Sí. Por lo que se vio. Y nos dijo el niño feo ese. La mujer del tipo este se metió al bosque con alguien más, con otra mujer. Y parece que fue una noche de luna llena y se la comió el tipo este. Se la morfó, se la cepilló.
Blood's just barely dried. He was dragged here. Wonder where from.
Vale, ahora hay que esperar al anochecer. Que esto no es una... No es como se llama, no es un contrato de brujo. Porque tengo una misión, que es un logro, que es hacer dos monstruos de contrato de brujo sin pociones, sin bombas, sin nada. Ya me hice uno, así que me quedaría otro, pero este, como no es, pues vamos a usar mierda esta. Me gustaría ver algo también. Y me ofende muchísimo no matarme porque un low nivel 2.
No! Stop! Don't harm him!
A ver.
Think we need to talk.
Creo que ya sea tan bastante esclavos, ¿no?
Lycanthropy can afflict anyone, but it is a curse, so sorry, but I have to.
You don't understand. I love him. He was near to being mine till you came along. Go away! Leave us be!
Not till I find out what's going on here.
Pues literalmente ya mató a la hermana
Always have.
por este pago.
Even after I learned his secret.
Bastante buena hermana, la verdad.
Did you know I shut myself in here to wait out me change?
I knew, and I didn't mind. But you chose Hannah. I wanted her to see you. I wanted her to fear you. She'd not have stayed. And we could be together.
You brought her here. That night. which was the reason I had the taste of blood in me mouth come morn.
I did it for us. She was to see you turn, not more. I didn't want her death. You've got to believe me.
I don't. And I'll kill you willingly. First time for that, in fact.
You won't kill anyone.
La primera vez dejé que la mataran, sinceramente. Me sudó la polla, literal, se lo merece.
Get out of here before I change my mind.
Y al final igual el pavo se suicidaba o algo así, creo que era. Así que, joder, compañero. Hostia puta. Joder, casi me mata. Que lo he dicho. La primera vez lo maté. Dejé que lo matara a ella. Porque es una hija de puta. Y después el pavo se suicidaba, creo, algo así. Esta vez lo quiero hacer diferente porque... Pues yo qué sé. Pero igualmente se merecía que la dejara morir. Sinceramente. Porque es una hija de puta. Nos ha dado la llave y ahora sí podemos abrir el cofre. No te las paga Geralt. Ay, ahí está la cabrona. Porque sufra. Que perdió a su hermana desamado. Por andar de cachonda. Por andar de horny. Subí de nivel. Me quiero puto morir. ¿En serio? Boludo, me dieron 10 de nivel por esta puta... Bueno, era nivel 7 va, pero... Joder. Pero ya que estamos, voy a hacer esto. Quiero llegar al nivel 14 antes de empezar con las misiones de 9 grado. Esta es la pelea a puñetazos. Bueno, al menos con esto yo dejaría, creo que he hecho todo en Belén. Creo.
There's a prize awaiting you. What is it, Grey Boy?
What? Después este pavo que...
What? You like what? Smithy here is village champion. Is it lovely on your wall, stranger? You brave enough to...
¿Por qué no me dejas hablar con él?
Look to me like a fierce-fisted fighter. Just right for our tournament. It's your chance to slap around some yokels, win some coin for the pleasure. You in?
Goes a partirnos las putas caras. Todo. Alin.
I'm ready to fight.
Todo para adentro.
One and all, hear this. Betting on the next brawl will begin in mere moments.
The witcher will face Smithy. He'll pound his gob like he pounds hot iron ingots.
Yo te hice la jeta como lingotes de hierro. A ver, que estos hijos de puta son bastante traicioneros, cabrones. Pero, joder, puta. Venga.
Let's end this.
Tu puta casa.
Not bad. Might be champion yet. If it's the reigning champion you seek, Head to Crow's Perch and ask for the sergeant.
Joder, al fin. Vea que estoy, mira. Voy por el sargento porque ya lo que me queda. Mira acá. Ya hacemos esto y nos vamos a no ir a... Esta es la casa del sargento, pero como el sargento se piró, el varón quise decir, el varón se piró a buscarle el curandero a la esposa y ahora quien manda es el sargento que estaba segundo al mando de él. Y es un poco hijo de puta, digamos.
I'm ready.
Huh? Look who we have here!
Baron's gone, but seems business is booming.
Folk are more eager than ever to see the men go at it.
Todo loco.
Let's start.
All right.
Todo para adentro.
Come to daddy.
A ver. Joder, caballo medio loco. Joder, ¿qué pasó ahí? ¿Qué cojones pasó ahí? Joder. Bueno, la puta casa. Hitler es loco. ¡Ey, trofeo! El puño de la estrella del sur. Joder, que hay que ser imbécil, ¿eh? Veo solo cómo está Geralt demasiado. Me lo pienso. No una ni dos ni tres veces antes de pegarme con él.
Plenty of them in Novigrad, plenty in the Skelliger Isles.
No, pues ya estaría eso. Ahora sí, para no ir a poner esto. Que ya que estoy, me suena que haya conseguido una espada mejor. Y debería vender toda la mierda que llevo encima. Arma de acero, espada de plata, ahí está, no. No ninguna de estas. La ballesta. 120, esta 120, mejor. Vale. Los tiene dinero la rueda aquí y venderle toda la mierda que anda encima.
Freak.
How may I assist you?
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
A ver, 740. Vender las armaduras porque es lo que más pesa. si queda sin dinero, pues ya me le quito la mayor parte del peso. Esta me la compro. Joder, me da una puta mierda por esto. Que estas no creo que me las compre porque estas son carísimas. 190, joder, bueno. 200, 357. Supongo que depende también del arma. Esto, 2. Bueno, ya. Hasta luego.
So long.
A ver, y la mujer. Que esta también
How
tiene
can I
tienda.
help you?
What are you selling? What's good?
Bueno, esta tiene más. Y la desplumé. De paso que tengo un poquito de dinero, 7.582.
Take care now.
Ya que estoy por la zona, voy a comprarle mierda a este.
Show me what you got.
Este tipo vende esto que me interesa bastante, que es el licor de mandrágora y el licor de cereza. Esto no lo encuentras looteando y sirve para prepararlas.
See ya.
Todo lo alquímico de alto nivel. Joder. Bueno, pues ahora sí, para no grado. Creo que este también tenía eso.
Spotters.
La verdad es que está bastante bien comprar todo lo que puedo. Más ahorita que tengo dinero. Sí, sí tiene. Licor de cereza. Y mandrágora. Hasta luego.
Farewell.
Bueno, no es hispanovigrado. Que ya tengo todos los TPs de Navidad también. Es decir, porque estaba explorando todo esto y no he hecho ninguna misión de aquí, pero ya tengo los TPs al menos. Vamos aquí. Vamos. Joder, quedó envallado.
Sorceress, it's like a witch with muscle.
Hey, sod off. We're looting here.
Want you gone by the time I count to 3. 1.
Hear that?
2.
Ooh, looky.
thinks he can scare us off.
3.
¿Por qué no puedo sacar la espada, loco? Que estar peleando contra 2 y sin poder curarme. Ah, no, sí puedo curarme. Joder, es que no podía. ¿Por qué? Porque ha cagado la espada.
Come on now. We'll split it. Plenty here for everyone.
I'm not a thief. Looking for the sorceress who lived here.
Most likely hiding in some rat trap with the rest of them.
Someone's gotta know more.
I'd look for her in a putrid grove.
Putrid Grove. Where is it?
I wouldn't know. Rumour has it, it's a place for freaks and oddities.
You'd fit in well there.
Maybe. Thing is, gotta know how to get there.
They say you've got to get there through the sewers, but you've got to enter them outside of town. Few know where exactly, though.
Ask a beggar. Or spot yourself a thief. Follow him. Beggars and thieves got to pay tribute to the king of beggars. Word is, they do it in the grove.
Mean to say the local beggars have a king, crown, scepter, and all that?
Wouldn't scoff, mate. King of beggars, it's a moniker. Yeah, for a man who everyone in Novigrad respects deeply.
Go to the grove.
Someone called for me. Wonder why.
It's Menga.
Temple God.
Thieving vermin to the confession chamber.
What, but sir, what's the offence? This is some sorcerer's bitchy shop.
Think that gives you the right to steal her property?
Well, sorcerers, mages of all types are outlaws.
But by law, the temple guard takes possession of their belongings, and the rule of law still holds in Novigrad.
Quiero matar a este pavo,
We know a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
Se bugueó un poquito de soldado ahí. ¿Qué onda, menga, de tu soldado bugueado? No hablamos.
Got nothing to do with their sense of smell. It's about their hearing.
Well, well. Man knows his bats. Here I thought you only cared about monsters. And as bats sense moths, so I sense freaks. And start by warning them. Novigrad's no place for your kind.
Heard Novigrad was no place for mages. Now you're telling me it's no place for witchers. So who's it a place for?
Righteous folk professing the one true faith in the eternal fire. Nothing I can do to you now, but just know that I know you're here. One misstep, one error, you'll make a mistake, it's inevitable. I'll be the first to learn of it, and when I do, it'll be standard procedure, like for every magic oddity who dares taint this city's air. Be seeing you.
Bueno, pues ahora que han ido los saqueadores esos, vamos a saquear. Sí se pagan al piso superior. Estos son libros. Sí. Fruta, libros.
Herbs, roots, just turn to healing? carpets are emanating magic. Gotta be Triss's. She was allergic to potions.
Señales de brujo. Del mismo modo que la mula no es un burro ni un caballo, pues pese a tener rasgos de ambos, los brujos no son ni magos ni hombres normales. Los brujos pueden lanzar hechizos sencillos que llaman señales, que no deja de ser un uso básico de la telequinesis, art, de la piroquinesis, igni, de la hipnosis, sexia, etc. Sin embargo, no son capaces de utilizar hechizos más complejos. De hecho, tratan a la verdadera magia con reservas y desconfianza. Entre ellos está muy extendido un miedo irracional casi supersticioso al teletransporte. Como recordatorio en este punto, la tasa de accidentes mortales durante este viaje translocacional es de un 1 cada 100. Joder, pues tampoco es tan bajo. Sin duda esta versión viene heredada del hecho de que los brujos no poseen talentos mágicos innatos, sino que los obtienen durante la infame prueba de las hierbas. Por lo tanto, se puede asegurar que sus hechizos son una afrenta a la naturaleza. De hecho, todo lo que hacen los brujos es una afrenta a la naturaleza. La conjunción de las esferas. Los eruditos tienen muchos vicios. Es posible que el peor de ellos sea la tendencia a describir lo sencillo con términos innecesariamente complicados, para disfrazar lo básico como algo muy sesudo y complejo. La conjunción de las esferas es un buen ejemplo de esto. Este nombre, que suena tan misterioso al oído común, se podría sustituir por una alternativa mucho más sencilla: cuando los mundos chocaron. Este mismo fenómeno podría explicarse de una forma bastante sencilla para que un niño lo entendiese. Imagínese, querido lector, que nuestro mundo es un barco que navega por un gran mar. Desde su cubierta puede ver otros navíos en la lejanía. Esas serían las esferas. Cada uno de los navíos tiene sus propios recursos y sus propias tripulaciones. Suelen pasar junto a nosotros desde muy lejos. Son manchas apenas visibles, ni aunque se use un catalejo. Sin embargo, una vez varios miles de años se desata una tormenta sobre este mar cósmico, una tormenta tan fuerte que lanza los barcos unos contra el otro, por lo que terminan navegando codo con codo. En ocasiones, los miembros de una tripulación del barco pueden pasarse al otro, del mismo modo que el cargamento de uno de estos barcos se puede derramar sobre el navío vecino. Al calmarse la tormenta, los barcos vuelven a separarse y continúan sus caminos independientes. Los llamados seres posteriores a la conjunción, monstruos tales como ghouls, basiliscos, son precisamente los pasajeros de un barco diferente. Los humanos no somos más que náufragos que hemos sido arrancados contra nuestra voluntad de algún lugar lejano, para terminar cayendo en este mundo. Antaño habitaban las razas antiguas. Una vez aquí aprendimos los misterios arcanos de la magia que antes nos era desconocida. ¿Podrían volver a llegar los mundos? Tal vez. ¿Podría evitarse este cataclismo o por el contrario acelerarse? Algunos eruditos creen que ciertos seres han dominado esta habilidad, que hay genes particulares que permiten hacerse con el timón de nuestro barco y llevarlo puede que hacia aguas más seguras o hacia nuestra perdición. Que supuestamente esto es Siri, ¿no? Que los que tienen la vieja sangre. Porque hasta donde sé, creo que hasta los elfos son de otro mundo y llegaron aquí por una conjunción de esferas, igual que los humanos y los monstruos y todo eso. Los antiguos no sé cuáles son. Yo es que me he leído como 5 libros de esta saga, pero que también me los leí hace mucho tiempo. Realmente no me acuerdo.
Triss's. Never knew her to drop him on the floor. The rose of remembrance, all dried up.
Uy, joder, no soy loco. Ah, estoy la escalera.
Deepest apologies, Governor. Fetch some metal, you wretch. I've been robbed! Thief!
por acá, ¿no? Se busca tres para rigor, por la guerra mera. Joder. Por practicar magia negra y conspirar contra la corona se recompensa a quien aporte información sobre su captura. Se ha ido por aquí el tipo, pero ni puta idea.
Help a poor fellow. Take pity on me, misery, good folk, and aid a man crippled by misfortune.
Word is, nothing's free in Novigrad.
Oh, another one come bursting with questions. Now, where do you folk gain the idea we beggars know everything? I need to see this, and I need to find that one who robbed me brother. Fuck if I know.
There's this place in Novigrad they call the Putrid Grove.
Aye, it's about right. Well, Novigrad's full of nooks and crannies with odd names. Looking to sightsee by a bloody map.
Heard men like you frequent this alley.
And I've heard they fed you all shit and you smiled and ate it. Now, don't mean no offence. Go in peace.
Hijo de puta. A ver.
The thinking customer will see right away. Buy tomorrow what you can buy today.
Aid a veteran of the struggle against the Black once.
Where do you fight?
Angering early on. In Sedaris last, along the banks of the Pontar. So, help me out?
Here. Now you help me. Gotta find the back alley locals call the Putrid Grove. It's important.
Don't know naught about no grove, putrid or other. Don't generally care much for orchardry.
This is urgent.
Leave me be, I don't know.
Hijo de puta. Y te
It's
pagué.
overripe sheep's feet. Any needs, monster? Buy tomorrow what you can buy today.
Oh, he's a war veteran. Smelling the crowd.
Loco, ¿vamos a hablar con el señor este o...? Señor, ¿podemos usted y yo proceder al diálogo? Parece que no. De principio sale... Joder. ¿Por qué antes no he dejado?
Arms for the poor.
You lame?
No chance. Both legs in perfect order. And me arms, look, like a windmill's wings. There. See me waving them? Looky here. Just look. My mind, thorough addled.
Been like this long? Addled?
Since me mother birthed me. Here's where it's addled. There. Showing you with me finger. See that? Me indicating.
Healthy as a horse as far as I can tell.
Priests of look, medics, herbalists. All claimed I'm bewildered.
Well, they're wrong.
That's little either way. Folk are generous to me. They enjoy watching me point. Like this. There. There.
You're happy. That's what counts.
I am. When folk ask me the way, I like that most, because I can point. Like this. There. Ah, because I know my way around the city. Oh, do I ever.
So you gotta know where the Putrid Grove is, right?
I certainly do. It's where I live. Over the, there. There. That way.
That away. Meaning where?
In Lace Halls. There's this alley, past the gate. Not at all putrid and not a grove. Fools call it that, but I know better.
And anyone can go there?
Of course. Unless he forgets to say the old sow's farrowed piglets might not let you in then. But that's easy enough to say. Listen. The old sow's farrowed piglets. See?
Thanks for your help.
Joder. Pues a ti te tira unas 100 monedas, compañero, solo por la ayuda.
Open up.
Who are you and what do you want?
Take a look. What do you see?
Yellow eyes, pair of swords, mutated killer methinks.
Heard this place was a meeting spot for oddities.
Heard right. Know the password, get him free. Don't know it. Gotta contribute to the Grove's upkeep.
Hagas lo que hagas, no tienes nada que hacer. Me gusta andar de rodillas entre los tripas.
Old sows, farrowed piglets.
Ah. Welcome to the Grove, brother.
A ver, antes de ir allá, me suena que este cabrón tenía una buena... La mierda esta para el caballo, para llevar más peso. Una alforja. ¿Alforja es? A ver.
What are you offering?
Sí. Una alforja de 100. Pues del tirón, loco. Tiene algo más... ¿Qué es el cebo de oso? Te ruego.
See you.
A ver. Joder. ¿Dónde está mierda, loco? 220 puedo llevar ahora. De puta madre. No sé si esa era la máxima capacidad, creo que no iba a tener más capacidad para llevar cosas. Pero no sé si era la forja más grande.
About time we made something clear, sorceress.
Yes, high time.
Me and my men will manage just fine without the help of you or any other mages. But you, well, without our help, you're sitting duck for the temple guard.
El rey de los mendigos.
Who
¿Ves,
do I
waifu?
spy?
Ay,
Geralt?
Hey, Triss.
See you two know each other. See you two know each other well.
Bastante
I
bien,
was
loco.
curious whether you'd managed to
No
find
tienes
me,
una
would
puta
ya?
idea de lo bien que nos conocemos.
Your spies tell you I was looking for the Putrid Grove?
My skull would be a home for bottom-feeding river fish if I didn't keep an ear to the ground. And please, Putrid Grove? Ugly name for our cozy little hideout, wouldn't you say?
So what would you call this dive?
Dunno. The Garden of Liberty, maybe?
For a man who shakes down beggars and thieves for tribute, you're quite the romantic.
You say tribute, I say taxes. You say thieves, I say hard-working street clerks. See, Witcher? I've got plans. Big plans. Far-reaching plans to reshape this city head to toe.
Ever thought of seeking a seat on the city council?
City Council is a puppet troupe with a hierarchy of the Church of the Eternal Fire as its puppeteer. Until recently, that is, when Radovid and his witch hunters took the reins. The semblance of power don't interest me.
A man with a vision.
One day, the so-called free city of Novigrad will be truly free. But before that can happen, we got to rid it of superstition, farting around about the hallowed essence of the eternal fire. Nonsense for kiddies.
Apparently not. Cheering crowd at the execution. Mostly adults.
Any crowd of rabble will cheer to the stench of burning flesh. But one day, folk will understand the eternal fire's naught but a leash around their necks. They call this place the Putrid Grove, but it's the rest of Novigrad that's putrefied. This here's the last bastion of normality, sanity, reason. I'm actually glad someone like you's found his way to our city, because it will be our city one day, Geralt. Mark my words.
Yours, plural?
Yeah, mine. And me friends. But that's a tale for another time. For now, I'll leave you two alone. Because I can see, well, you clearly need it.
Geralt, I have a lot of things to take care of in town.
I'll be glad to tag along. What's your arrangement? He using you?
Helping me to survive, actually.
6 months ago, if somebody said Triss Merigold would be working for a Novigrad criminal, I'd never have believed it.
6 months ago, Triss Merigold parted with someone very dear to her.
Joder. No me deje terminar.
Madam Sorceress. Beautiful as ever. Damn shame to part.
Don't fret. Bound to be back soon.
I take it you're in Novigrad on important business.
Important doesn't do it justice. I'm looking for someone.
More precisely?
Young woman who's like a daughter to me.
Her? Here? No, impossible.
She was here. There are witnesses, evidence. Was hoping you'd heard something. You've been here a while. I need you to help me find something, anything, a trace.
I'll do everything I can, of course.
¿Por qué no estamos jodidos?
Who might know more?
Tris. Bueno, se podía tergiversar esa pregunta, pero hablo de la lluvia. No parece que llegara desde Pomara. Será porque es un brujo, ¿no?
Hello, Klug. Managed to get those magic incense ingredients?
Yes, somewhat with difficulties, you might say. I was walking along the canal with a sack full of goodies for you. Looked up and spied a trio of temple guards coming the other way.
Get to the point, Klug. No time today for one of your long stories.
Wait! A sack full of magicalities and they were coming straight towards me. I don't easily frighten, but I felt a cold sweat on my arse, I did. I'm afraid I had no choice. I dropped the sack in the water. I had to. When asked why, I claimed it contained a dead cat. You shan't believe this, but they believed me.
I need that package, Klug. I've got a contract.
It must be on the canal bed. Luckily, it was heavy enough to sink. I'm sure it'll turn up if you search.
You expect me to pay you, then dive for my goods into that ice-cold filth?
I can do that. Where'd you toss the package?
Near the crane. Second bridge in from the harbour.
I didn't expect such devotion.
Wanted to freshen up anyway. Let's go.
Stop. Hear that? They've come for us.
The fool didn't break until I began to prick his heels. Every man's got his sensitive spots. Interrogated a mage once. Pain couldn't touch him. Tore off his fingernails, crushed his bollocks.
Pero no son del... Son puertas normales, ¿no? No son del templo este. No son de esa de las brujas.
We were lucky this time, but
que supongo que la guardia también está implicada en esa mierda, pero...
Take care
Pero
of
no se
yourself,
tenía entendido
Clue.
que eran los cazadores los que torturaban a los magos. Algo por aquí. Por abajo. Joder, me cago en la pared. ¿Por qué coño aguantas tanto, loco? Que eres nivel. Joder.
There's a draft. Should be an exit here. Klug wouldn't have sent us here if there wasn't. Must be a
Free City of Novigrad. Name actually used to mean something.
The very reason so many mages came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovid's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. But Novigrad stands on top of a mountain of coin, and winning a war takes three things. Coin, coin, and even more coin. That's why they're exterminating mages, confiscating their property and possessions. And they'll go after non-humans next. Judging by what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom. Unless the poor man was mistaken. He's been forgetful ever since Manga interrogated him. Seems to be suffering from a persecution complex, too.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Está riquísima el agua. El putero. Vamos. Joder, se ve una puta mierda, loco. Que sí que hay, pero los cofres como eran. Joder. Una puta mierda.
Find the parcel? Or did you get wet for no reason?
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal. Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat. Oh, and this.
Oh, my package. Hope the contents aren't soaked through. Oh, you're a doll.
Seem to be in your element.
Still remember my elements? How I use them?
Come on. 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That should stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone's been taking advantage of me.
I have, for one.
I've never even intimated.
We need to hurry.
Que esto, para quien no lo sepa, es que de los juegos anteriores de Witcher, Geralt empieza con amnesia en el primero. Y literalmente Triss se aprovecha de él porque ya sabe que estás con Jennifer y todo, pero te folla como si no hubiera un puto mañana. Y tampoco la culpo, va, pero... En el segundo creo que es que se da cuenta Geralt. Bueno, se acuerda de todo, obviamente.
Greetings, Brandon.
Y como no recuerdo si termina muy bien la cosa con Triss por lo mismo. Porque él le estuvo mintiendo, nunca le habló a Jennifer y todo el rollo, y él lo andaba buscando y todo eso.
Triss, you told this man you're a sorceress?
Of course. She was looking for work. That's her chief asset.
Are you, Triss?
I know it was reckless, but competition's stiff here. No one would hire me if I claimed to be a common rat catcher.
More importantly, no one would believe such a beauty could be an exterminator of rodents. But I'd prefer you not to tarry and begin.
Triss, you and Brandon here. You've agreed a price?
We settled on a full coin purse.
Brandon & Co. is a serious outfit. We've the largest granary in all Novigrad.
Don't much like merchants who flatter with cheap praise before the job's done.
That was not cheap praise. I was merely stating a fact.
So am I. I want you to pay in full in advance.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Then trap your own rats.
Well, now I know why she brought you along. Fine. A full purse of Novigrad crowns as proof of my goodwill.
We need to place these crystals around the granary, near anything that looks rat-related.
Te quitas, loco.
I'll cover half the space, you take the other half. Look for evidence of rat activity.
Mm-hmm. Thing is, I know what evidence of manticore activity looks like, but rodents?
Geralt, we'd both rather be somewhere else. I'd rather be sitting in a royal council meeting, but they killed my king.
Caquitas.
Look for crevices and drawings.
Joder, los gatos. He vuelto. Se estaban peleando dos gatos aquí a la par de la ventana. Se les saqué comida y pues uno se fue. Me pareció raro porque siempre hay dos gatos que vienen acá y les doy de comer. Son callejeros, pero no sé si era el mismo porque los vi iguales. Pero solamente se llevan bien. Es que me sacó un poco de onda escucharlos que estaban peleando.
Now we wait for them to scurry away.
Interesting method. Never had much luck with rats. Once I hit one with a fork in complete darkness, trying to show off my witcher's senses. Masterful throw, really. Problem was, no one else saw it. How could they in the dark?
So, what do you think? Rat catcher? It's a long way to fall from being advisor to Temeria's king.
I'm just glad to see you safe and sound, and...
reconciled?
Knew a man once who reacted to everything, especially adversity, by mocking it.
Healthy attitude. Must have lived long.
Came a day he lost both his legs in battle. He shrugged, said it was better that way. He'd never feel pain in them again.
I understand him perfectly.
I know. Thing is, he was lying to himself.
I think he just didn't have much of a choice.
We all lie sometimes, but lying to yourself is running away, whereas there's really nowhere to run.
Sometimes you have to escape just to forget. Your friend might have dwelled on his lost legs, but it's not like by grieving he could have grown another pair. So, tell me how Yen's doing?
How do you know I found her?
Ooh.
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
She's fine.
That's good.
Asking about anything specific?
Never mind. I got my answer.
Que me gusta bastante Tris. No sé, Jennifer también, porque es del rollo que me pise la puta cabeza, pero me va. Pero Tris, no sé, es muy dulce la cabrona. Aunque te haya mentido y te haya engañado para follarte, pero es muy dulce la cabrona.
Well, well, are lovebirds having themselves a little chat instead of working?
The job's done. Geralt, those are...
I know who they are, Triss.
My friends begged me to notify them if I encountered a mage, sorceress, what have you. Didn't have the heart to refuse.
It's a trap, Geralt.
This stank from the start. If these boys are here to help us kill rats, they're late. You paid up front and got what you paid for. Not half a rodent left in the granary.
I paid in advance because I knew I'd recover my coin.
Such is life for sorcerers.
Estás muy confiado, compañero.
These days.
I can see that, and I don't like it. So here's what I think. The hunters have come, and now they can go.
They'll do no such thing.
No, de aquí no se van.
All right, we've talked. Do what you gotta. Just remember, I can't help but get in your way.
Heard enough from this horse, son.
As have I. Neither is to leave here alive.
Tienes razón en eso.
Looking for a bruising? I will kill you.
Pero what? Porque no le dio fuego a nadie. Mira que a eso le gusta mucho el jueguito,
Bastard hired me on the assumption he wouldn't have to pay me, duped and trapped like a child. If not for you, we need to find Brandon.
Buenas tardes. Pedazo de mierda.
Don't kill me. Good sir, no. They forced me. Had I not told them, they'd have set fire to my home, my warehouse. The mage hunters know no mercy. Spare me, good man. Be not like those murderers.
Shut up. I should kill you. Thing is, you'd be no good to anyone but the gulls as a corpse. So you'll live and pay us double. Now.
Fine. Your coin.
Now, get.
Thanks, Geralt.
Puta rata.
You should try to keep better company.
He was still better than some mages. You know, I've been thinking who might know something about Ciri. And I just got an idea. There's an Oneiromancer in town, Corrine Tilly. Very capable, supposedly.
Never trusted in Dreamer's abilities myself.
Corrine's been very effective. You should at least try. She's taken a job close by. Follow the canal, away from the fish market. The house is near the first bridge. Its owner, de Jonquier, is a rich banker.
Not coming with me?
I've got some things to take care of.
Another rat-infested warehouse?
Not exactly. Nothing even remotely satisfying. Such are the times.
It was nice to see you again.
You too, Geralt. You should go now, before Corrine goes back into hiding somewhere.
What if I want to find you?
I live in the Bits, near the fish market. Stop by. It'll be nice.
All right. See you later.
Y que te voy a visitar, loca. Tú no te preocupes por eso. Perder de experiencia, nada, que la misión era nivel 10, tampoco está. Soy nivel 14, tampoco es tanto, Solo 10 de experiencia. Es una putada lo de la experiencia en este juego.
Just passing by, wanderer? Or do you seek something specific?
Who's asking?
Rudolf de Jonquier. Of those de Jonquiers, yes. My ancestors laid the foundations of this city. I now own its largest bank.
Didn't need a recommendation. Name would have been enough.
Father always said, all ought to know your merits, son. Don't hide them under a bushel.
I'm looking for Corrine Tilly.
Oh, you've come to the right place, then. Corrine is inside. Been there for a few days, dreaming the home's history.
Why do you need to know the house's history? You a historian, or on a whim?
I bought this property a short while ago. Paid a pretty penny, I might add. Soon after, I witnessed disturbances. Led me to fear the home might be haunted.
What are the symptoms?
Oh, they vary. Giggling in the night. And furniture moving about in the attic. And last week... well, you shan't believe it. I found human feces in the parlor.
I'd like to go inside, look around.
I don't usually let strangers rummage around my home. Twin swords, though. You're a witcher. You may enter, call that my whim.
Pues.
Truth is, we're already dependent.
Uy, te joseo, loco. Joder, calmado, Geralt. Joseadito.
Stop! Go away! Don't do it. Leave it!
Joder. Vale, comida que tiene este señor acá. Vaya. Sara. Decía que llamaba Sara. Es Johnny, el niño mierda. Joder. Joder, vaya puta telaraña hay ahí, ¿no?
Wake up. It's just a dream. Wake up.
Pégale una... dos hostias ahí en la cara para que despierte. Solamente fue solo funcionar. No es por pegarle y ya está.
The doll. The attic.
Voy a echarle agua encima.
All right. Time to check the attic.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Joder. Leche. Lechita. Todo fresco.
Go away.
Más lechita.
Leave it.
Tranquila, compañera. Solo déjame terminar de robar. Entonces van.
Way to the next room is blocked.
Boom. Pero para que te calme, Geralt. Que violento me andas. Todo esto importante, plata, juguito. Albóndiga, lista de trapo, joder, todavía hay más. Joder, la de robar, tú. Dibujo de una cuna. Papel en el que se ha dibujado una cuna, parece hecho por un niño.
There was a cradle on the second floor. Wonder what had happened if I laid a doll in it.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Another masterpiece. An oven and a blackened grate. Oh joy. A riddle. Guess I should find an oven.
Stop! Go away! Don't do that. Leave it!
Y den more, Joseo. Una botellita de agua, licorcito y alambre. Hambre. Una albóndiga en una caja, ¿por qué no?
Boo! Did I scare you? Scared you, didn't I? I can tell you was scared. Big brave man scared of wee little Sarah. Ain't that funny?
Sara, la niña mierda.
If I were you, Sarah, you might scare someone so bad they'll hurt you.
Why would someone hurt me? Having a spot of fun's not allowed anymore.
What are you playing?
That lady fell asleep, and I've sent her some horrible dreams. I'll not her wake neither. I can do that, you know. Funny, isn't it?
Very funny. Thing is, I gotta talk to the dreamer, so I'd like you to let her wake up.
Little Sarah doesn't want her to wake. Little Sarah wants to play.
You're lucky. I know you're a harmless godling, but others might not know, and then...
And how'd you know I'm a godling, eh? How's that, eh? Eh?
If it looks like one and acts like one, trust me, you're a godling. You give the dreamer nightmares and won't let her wake up. Why are you tormenting her?
La puta niña, no solo por la cara,
tormenting
sino la
anyone.
puta actitud.
Scary dreams are great. What I love is when this big hen chases me. Hen's got these red...
Why do you live in a haunted house?
Tell you a secret. The house ain't haunted. Not one bit. I just pretend it is. Make everyone think that. It was sitting there all empty, so I moved in. Bigwig from the bank then came and bought it. I don't like bankers, especially not to live with, so I decided to give him a scare.
Gave the banker a really big scare. See, he paid a lot for this house and won't give it up easily, which is why you need to find another home.
I don't want to! I don't! I won't!
Es bastante Sara la puta niña, pero yo qué sé.
Sarah, Novigrad's no place for a godling. But if you want to live here, that's your business. So let's make a deal.
A deal? What kind?
Leave the dreamer alone. In exchange, I'll tell the banker the house is haunted. For good, no way to lift the curse. I'm a witcher. He'll believe me.
Yes? Yes? Yes! Do that, and I promise not to bother your friend. Not even a little. You're awfully nice, you know.
I don't hear that often. Thanks.
Now go wake that sleepyhead. I won't stop her. She'll get up.
Bastante desagradable la puta niña, pero igual yo que sé, es un puto banquero, ¿sabes? Pasta le sobra. Uy. Ya no hay nada más aquí. No parece. Aquí tampoco, ¿no? No. Que subas, loco.
Who are you?
Triss Marigold sent me to see you.
Gods. Horrible nightmares. I was supposed to dream the history of this house. Instead, I saw furniture. Hungry furniture that wished to devour me. I know it must sound foolish, but in the dream, well, it was all too real. And not at all amusing.
The work of a godling. She made people believe the house was haunted. Also injected your dreams with her little jokes.
And you managed to wake me. I feel fortunate.
We witchers have our ways.
I thank you very much. The dreams, they were awful. Any way I can pay you back?
There is, actually. I'm looking for a young woman who was seen in Novigrad.
I can certainly try to help. But I'll need to clear my head first. After those deranged dreams, I feel it's full of cobwebs. Find me at the Golden Sturgeon. I rent a room there.
All right. See you there.
No era por aquí.
I saw Miss Corinne leave, but she refused to speak to me. Is the matter resolved? Or quite the opposite?
A bit of both. A demon had captured Corinne. I managed to free her, but the house is still haunted.
Did Corinne dream of the building's past?
Yeah. Pretty horrid, apparently, though she refused to talk about it. Nobody should inhabit the place.
So many crowns I paid. Oh, well. It shan't put me in the poorhouse.
Lo he dicho. Un puto banquero.
Truth is, we're all ready to pay.
Que se joda.
Wonderful. I believe I see a challenger who seeks to subdue Kyle. Whoa, stop flexing.
C'è un puto clectomano en este juego. No puedo evitar robar todo.
A dream in here.
Never witnessed a seance like this before, let alone participated.
I will guide you. You must first achieve a kind of mental
Joder, si
accord.
no le agarro un resfriado con esa ropa que me
You
llevo.
must answer them. It's important you're truthful. Answer from your heart.
Go es.
Let's begin.
To start with, tell me a memory you have of this woman.
What for?
Do as I ask, please. I need the strongest, most complete memory you have of...
Ciri. The woman's name is Ciri.
Cirila.
I accepted a job once. Did it. Asked to choose my reward, I invoked the law of surprise. Never thought I'd actually meet the child promised to me at that time. Years later, I was in the Broccolon forest. Happened on a girl there. Didn't know who she was. The Dryads wanted to keep her, turn her into one of their own. But the Waters of Oblivion, they failed in her case. Ciri came out of Broccolon with me. I sent her back to her grandmother then. But already, I felt bound to her.
By destiny.
By something more.
Thank you. Would you be willing to share another memory?
Yes.
No need to rush. We have time.
Que lo entrenó, ya sabes eso. Una es la vida. Esto no sé si...
It was after her time training at Kaer Morhen. After the moment when Yennefer first called Ciri her daughter. We'd been separated. I knew she was in danger. I dreamt of her multiple times. I found her at Stygga Castle. She'd gone there to free Yen and gotten herself captured in the process. They wanted to hurt her. I remember fighting side by side with Ciri on stairs slippery from blood. It was the first time she ever deflected a crossbow bolt with her sword. Told her never to try it again.
These memories, they're intense. Do you wish to continue?
Nel.
No. Let's continue.
You claim the woman has abilities. Tell me about them.
Unas poquitas y unas cuantas tiene.
She's a child of the Elder Blood.
A descendant of bloody Falker. The rebel burned at the stake. The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be born of the Firebrand's cursed blood.
Pure legend.
Know when a legend transforms into prophecy? When it gains believers. I think you're right to be reticent in talking about the woman. I see. Do you wish to say more?
Sí, no sé.
Yeah, there's something else.
Vale, a ver, espacio-tiempo. Costar controlarlo, supongo.
I remember Ciri having trouble controlling her abilities. Yennefer tried to teach her to cast simple spells, and Ciri destroyed a shed near the temple where they were. Really upset her, but it was just an old shed. I know it took her a while to gain control, and frankly, I doubt she controls her abilities fully to this day.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
Nelson.
No. Can we start?
Naturally. I knew you cared about her. But your tone, the emotions you so carefully conceal.
Let's continue, please.
Make yourself comfortable and try to relax. You must take my hand and talk of Ciri. Tell me where you think she might be. Who could be at her side?
If Ciri couldn't find me, I'm sure she would have looked for another friend.
Who do you mean?
A Dandolini.
Maybe
Trilla jamás que no estuvo.
They liked each other a lot.
Joder, qué puto sueño tengo. Asquearse. Joder, carreras de golondrina, ¿no? No me he pillado que eso. Estaban planeando el haste, el golpe.
Dreamt of a swallow at first. After that, just nightmares.
At times the dreams can multiply. Show the past as well as the future.
The swallow. It symbolizes Ciri. She contacted Dandelion. I didn't know he was in town.
The poet. Heard about him. Someone left him the Rosemary Time in their will.
The Rosemary Time? Where's that?
As you enter the city through the red light district, you come upon
que es un putero.
The Rosemary is just past it.
Viene como anillo al dedo.
Dandelion inherited a brothel?
So I've heard.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck, Witcher. I hope you find your Ciri.
Hasta luego, señor. Le puedo josear esta jarra. Deja por acá. Hay un herrero aquí. Ah, este es el pavo este. Es Hattori Hanzo. Ya que soy. Inicio la misión con él.
Greetings. How's business?
Welcome back. And thank you. Not bad. How may I be of help? Care for a dumpling?
Dumpling.
Looking for a good swordsmith. No one?
3 swords on your back. A bit much, don't you think?
Good one. But all jests aside, you make swords anymore?
Bueno, supongo que sí, 3.
Really? It's dumplings now. I must make a living. But I miss the hammer, anvil, and bellows. Oh, the heat of the forge. Were it not for that swiving Van Horn.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I shan't greet a witcher with dumplings. Come, let me show you something.
Quite a collection. Premium quality, too.
Thank you. I've kept these as mementos.
Damn shame you don't make them anymore. I'd gladly replace what I have with this kind of steel. Someone with your skills? Why the hell are you needing dough?
This might surprise you. The pay is better. But above all, it's much safer. Food vendors rarely disappear or end up as cripples.
I see. Someone controlling Novigrad's smithing market?
Not officially, though. All supplies go through Ernst Van Horn, and they say he plays cards with Cleaver, frequently.
Ernst Van Horn? Who's that?
Modest beginnings. A small dockside workshop. However, he proved extremely ambitious. He knew he could not compete with other swordmakers on skill alone, so he resorted to other methods.
Other methods?
A bit of slander here, buying business debt cheaply and taking over there. And whenever the competition was a ploughing non-human, he'd accuse them of being Havocars.
Is that how he did you in?
I did not give up without a fight. I went to town hall, negotiated. Alas, it was all in vain. He'd already enlisted Cleaver's protection, and in Novigrad, few dare get in Cleaver's way.
Tried negotiating? Making a deal?
With Van Horn? Do you jest? He's a proper heartless bastard. Either play by his rules and pay him, or go out of business.
I see.
But I shan't complain. Dumplings have proven an excellent source of income. It's just... well...
No se me era de cómo
You miss the heat of the forge. Tried getting supplies from someone else?
Those rogues of the underworld control all the sources. How am I to talk to them? Unless... would you be willing to help me?
Want me to help you get you supplies? How?
Just come with me to a meeting. As my bodyguard, it'll bolster my confidence. Truth be told, not so long ago, I tried negotiating some iron deliveries with one of the King of Beggars' men.
Right. King wouldn't worry about an embargo Cleaver imposed.
It's just... He demanded an inordinately large share of the profits. I thought you might help me negotiate. I don't mean gratis. I'm certain we can agree on a fee.
Could I choose something from your collection?
Oh, forget this rubbish. I shall forge you a sword fit for killing gods.
I don't know. Criminal underworld. Not really sure I want to meddle with them.
I badly need your help. Van Horn is a Van Horsen. He must be taught a lesson. I'd be eternally grateful.
He hecho un juego de palabras.
Plate armor, yours.
Con Van Horn y hijo de puta
perhaps
inglés.
you like a catapult or a trebuchet.
Fine. Arrange the meeting.
Splendid. Meet me after dark, near the crane at the docks.
Esta noche dudo mucho, compañero, porque si no me falla la memoria, esta misión es de nivel un poquito alto, como el nivel 24 o algo así. Y por ahora, pues, debería evitarlo al menos. Desde que tenga un poco más de nivel. Vamos a seguir haciendo esto y con un poco de suerte, tal vez mañana quizás podamos hacer eso. O cuando vuelva a jugar, no sé. ¿Por aquí era?
I'll never come back, you stinking scatties.
Pues sí.
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your
Hombre,
ass till you've
soltan.
toes for teeth. Gear out in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't going more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure.
Joder, loco.
Reminds me of a days of school. Eh?
Yeah, almost like we never left Bergen.
Me gustaría ver, la verdad. Estaría mal.
I'm pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hod like a boar and some cold ale, and what do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Have no clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor.
It's where he sat and wrote.
Joder, me putearon para reventar.
Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's letters.
My visage red and hot, I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar. Your dexterous digits on my soul's yearning chords.
Carta de Bomil de Rabé. Bomil de Rabé. Querido Vizconde, una vez más quería darte las gracias por acceder a la honoraria de la ceremonia de matrimonio de mi hijo con su canto. Su presencia nos alegró el corazón y las dulces notas con las que nos deleitó como dieron tanto a la madre de mi esposa, la baronesa de Ublet, de la que se dice en algunos círculos que es una perra despiadada, que lágrimas de pura emoción le asomaron por los ojos. Bomil de Rabe. Joder, Vizconde lo llaman al Haskier. Al Husky ese. Se queda un caso, ¿qué pasa? Pum.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
¿Qué pasa? Le José a mi mejor amigo. ¿Me importa? No.
This the loot he got from the elves of Dolblathana.
Aye. Must have been in a great rush to leave it behind.
Carta de Fran. ¿Cuándo volverás a Sidaris? Espero que pronto, porque... Joder, es porque te excito mucho de menos, Talin. Porque te extraño muchísimo. Aguardar a que volverás a que volver... Joder, ¿puedo leer, por favor? ¿Puedo leer bien? Aguardar a volver a verte me duele. Literalmente, si vas a venir, envíame un mensaje de antemano. Le diré a mi ama que se tome el tiempo, que se tome el día libre. A mi ama que se tome... Está como mal conjugada esa frase. Le diré a mi ama que se tome el día libre. Pero si es tu ama, no... ¿Está dando órdenes a tu ama? No sé, si es una criada o algo por el estilo, pues debería ser al revés. No le diría a mi ama que me tomaré el día libre. Digo yo, no sé. Me parece muy raro. No a nivel de casta, sino a nivel... Ni de estatus, ni a nivel gramaticalmente.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Huh. Dandelion and planning? Good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems abilities. Bookkeeping among them.
Joder.
He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late. The dog.
Me encula puta suelta.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... Ah, fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
A ver, me sale la nota para leer. La agenda. Inventario. Esta es la rosa de Tris. Solo para cumplir una misión. A ver. Agenda de Jaskier. Rosa Bar-Atre. Como una rosa avergonzada de su color carmesí, la justa rosa se hunde en la melancolía. Por el manejo de la espada enana cambió las clases de cortesía. Una residencia encantadora rodeada por un jardín en Villa Aurea. Joder. Esta es la hija de Emir, ¿no? Rosa Baratre, Emir Baratre, el emperador de esta mierda, de los negros estos. No digo negros porque son negros de color, sino negros porque le dicen así, los Black Ones. ¿Cómo coño se llaman? ¿Cómo cojones se llaman? Bueno, esos, los que están en guerra con todo el mundo. Que lo hacemos lista de acostumbrada, pero se olvidaba al ser por una lujuria abrazada. Villa Aurea, residencia al lado del depósito de cadáveres, Moligor, volver para vivir. Véspula, aunque de apariencia tímida, nunca teme ningún lance. Y me deshago cuando suelta siempre el... Se joder. Este no es pendejo. Vía Irlandería, la desembocada del portal Maravilla. Aunque con las puertas cerradas, sus gritos son divinos. Frente al público ahoga con los ronquidos. Los restos cerca de la plaza del pobre. Y tal, la noble personalidad, la más singular. Mira, profundamente optimista. Nos estrellando muy lejos de la curtidumbre. Joder, curtidumbre.
Still here? Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone. Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility, to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarf's what Rosa Atre named her Guahir. Well chosen, eh?
All right. But Varatra? Her dad happened to be the Nilfgaardian ambassador?
He is. You know him?
Wouldn't say that. Had a brief conversation with him at the palace in Vizima.
Well, then you've a good notion of the kind of bloke he is. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric. But we Rosa preferred swordplay.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns. Word has it her dad's now looking to hire her next victim. I mean, instructor.
Though well she knows the touch of silken lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace.
Molly keeps things tidy for the Baroness Lavalette.
A baroness within reach, and he settled for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station. You know that. Like he says, in the alcove, we're all equals.
Yeah. Guess a true poet observes life in all its aspects, examines it from all perspectives. If I didn't know him better, I'd say he was jealous about this Marabella.
Oh, I doubt it. Former pupil. And well, the tales he told me about her.
Doubt I want to hear them.
Probably better off not. Things between them took a turn for the strange at some point.
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes. Took to calling him Christian, referring to herself as Anastasia.
Huh, truly perverse.
She didn't ken half of it. Called him her stallion once.
That's the fool took it as a compliment, till she pulled a bit in the reins into her cupboard. Poor bastard fled out the window.
Vespula. Name rings a bell. She threw his knickers out the window.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at him.
Guess soul flames never die.
A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Well, well, seems fascinated with this one.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional. Dare say Francesca Finderbeard be jealous.
You want to take this one, then?
Nah, you can have her.
Why?
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair wine, whereas I prefer vodka straight up.
Well, know about all I wanted to know. Thanks for your help.
Lice it, you mangy dwarf.
Oh, let it go, Jared.
Who is a vigilante? Only kills bastards. And also
Got a foolproof method for exercising witches.
Julia, you agreed to pay.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay...
Help!
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Close enough.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
Vespula's got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
Mine. Offered her a better rate.
All right. So, let's see if you're a good bargain or just cheap shit.
Covered in blood, all of it. So much work for naught.
No need to thank me. It was nothing.
Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but everything I had, I just lost.
Relax. It'll come out in the wash.
Of course it will. Just gotta soak it in white vinegar, but that's not my point. Junior shan't forgive me. Either I'll close up shop myself or he'll burn me down.
Sorry. Didn't think about that.
A woman's lot. Men have their fun and we're stuck with a mess. Oh well,
I suppose I must move to Oxenfurt. Professors need clean undergarments too.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't... Wait, I know you. You're that witcher I near clobbered with a vase when... Well...
When you kicked Dandelion out. Through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here. Know where he is?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a...
This woman he was with in the harbour. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Welcome. Do come in.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here. Any better?
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Ok. Diciéndole por última vez, donde hablaron chasquerito. ¿Por qué te viste de esa forma? ¿Geralt, eres tonto o cómo va la cosa?
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet.
¿no?
Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button fixed or a hole patched.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
No supongo que... Bueno, vamos a hablar de esa mierda, yo qué sé.
What did you and Dandelion talk about?
Que no es cosa,
Did he ask about anything in particular?
Si viste como hombre, ahora viste como mujer de noche.
Had an ordinary chat,
Así que no sé si...
Although,
parece que es más un hobby que otra cosa.
indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, the goings-on impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
Vaya puto jefe, loco.
Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Creo que puedo comprarle cosas para una misión. Así que ya que estoy, se lo voy a comprar.
Greetings. Come to look over my spring collection, perhaps?
Glad to take a glance at what you got.
Of course, please do. If anything chafes or pinches, I can alter it on the spot at no charge. Once I'm done, it'll feel like you're wearing nothing at all.
Ahora. Eran las máscaras estas. Sí, porque la ropa ya la tengo. Pues la guardé de cuando fui del principio. Guardar esta. Pero igualmente creo que siempre tenía que volver por otra. Creo. Sí, gracias, yo qué sé. Compras ya que estoy.
So long.
Hasta luego, compañero. Por aquí. Me queda con Maravilla, Molly y la hija de Mir. De los Nilfgaardianos, que no me salía la puta palabra. Nilfgaard, que es quien está atacando al norte.
Got my eye on you, white one.
Pues ponla en esta polla. Ese ojo, compañero. Uy. ¿Qué pasa?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. White Wolf, they call you?
You stand accused of offending religious sentiment. We've orders to take you in for interrogation. Surrender your weapons.
Recuerdo que desencadenaba esto. Me apetece mucho matarlos porque es del templo y tal. Y sí, me comen todos los huevos, pero...
Over my dead body.
Mira,
Told you we
compañero,
wouldn't fool
no me agradan nada estos pavos, así que...
You're due a beating. It'll just be more of a challenge.
Remember the preacher who spoke of witches and witchers? A man you humiliated before his
fue
faith.
el tonto ese.
He asked that we administer a sacrament on his behalf. Your last rites.
Vamos. Bailemos. Te pega. Me pongo el fuego porque esto me gusta quemar. Ya que le gusta andar por ahí quemando a la gente, pues... Qué menos que hacerlo lo mismo, ¿no? Arde, hijo puta. Arde, puta madre. Va, quemado los dos. Buenas tardes. Ustedes no vieron nada, ¿no? Aquí no pago nada. Venir a decir cosas a mí. Esos cabrones que se iban quemando a la gente en la hoguera. No. Pero los quemo.
No. Oh, fuck, I'm not.
Life, you gotta take risks to come get fun.
Señora, que van a las 11 de la noche, que están dando clases. Joder, que está
Excuse me, I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
Ok, yo qué sé.
I'll wait.
No sé qué hace
It
usted
won't take long.
dando putas clases a las 11 de la noche, pero bueno.
It turns out he'll not come.
Hay que estar, digo yo que a medianoche habrá terminado la clase. Digo yo, no sé.
And he's caught a fever.
Where'd he get bit? It hurt him much.
Yeah.
Will he die?
Don't die from
you
rats,
stupid. Yes, you do. Just the other day I saw a witch hunter tell a man, "You rat," and then he killed him. Liar. Good golly.
That's enough.
Que es medianoche, señora. Deja a los niños ir a dormir. Sí, a las 7 de la mañana.
Wonder if the rat catcher will get well.
Buena clase nocturna de 11 de la noche a 7 de la mañana.
How do you know?
Recuerda las jornadas.
Now can we talk?
Yes.
Pero
What
están
do you
en-
want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
Pobres
You read
niños.
you his poems.
No. We peruse the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe. No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelions? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! A snaky whip rose skyward. Jee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin.
Joder,
Sorry,
increíble poema.
don't know much about poetry.
Hasta luego.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Ay, joder. Sorry. Bye. Joder. Ah, no, porque está muerto.
Got a monster under my bed. Will you help?
Youth these days, hair-brained, all of them.
Show me your sword.
¿Por qué sabes en otra cosa con los caballos? ¿No?
This baronet's La Vallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Greetings, Witcher. Must admit it's curious to see you here. I don't quite believe in coincidences.
Me encanta el acento.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of monsters.
And my son.
Y de mi hijo.
You're right, General. My visit's no accident. I'm looking for someone.
There's no one here who wishes to see
Yo
you.
maté a su hijo, señora.
Captain, this man is not to enter. Forgive me, Morvran, but I've lost my appetite for the races.
Kill a woman's son and appear at her doorstep? My. I thought witches had better survival skills than that.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
I fear your information's out of date. Molly no longer works here.
Cuando maté a su hijo, me dejé el culo roto porque en mi otra partida, que fue hace relativamente poco, o sea, no me recibió así. Fuimos a la carrera de caballos, hice una carrera, una competencia con este tipo, pero y no es que haya hecho otra cosa en esta partida que yo recuerdo menos. Como matar al hijo de esta señora, es la primera vez que la veo en esta partida. Me deja un poco loco, mierda.
Baroness fired her?
Quite the contrary. Molly decided she no longer wished to serve. After Arian's demise, Luis's nephew came to pay his respects. Got one glance of Molly and, well, they wed soon after. They now await his inheritance.
Arian.
With the Baroness's son dead, the estate will go to the nephew and Lady Latar, known until recently simply as Molly.
Joder, esto es bastante interesante porque esto no pasó para nada así la última vez.
All right, so where'll I find the newly minted Lady Latar?
Our dear little Molly has a new passion, horse racing. To my knowledge, she should be at Countess Vegelbud's villa right now. That's exactly where I'm going. Since you stripped me of Louise's company, perhaps you'd agree to come along.
Claro, esto igual pasó, pero
well, if Molly will be there.
No pasó nada de esto, de que la tipa se había casado con alguien más ni nada, sino que simplemente la encontrabas ahí. Y ibas a la misma carrera de esto. Cuando maté al tipo este. Porque debía ser en esta partida, porque yo qué sé. Tampoco está cargando mis datos de Witcher 2. No me suena para nada. Pero para nada.
We've arrived.
Pues mucho que hace un NPC cualquiera y de eso que te sale bandido o el templo de mierda este.
Horses interest you at all, Witcher?
All the same to me.
Que debió haber sido algún momento concreto en el que yo tomara la decisión de matar.
Strange. The grey is Cantarella, sired by Cahir, the champion from Vorn.
Yeah, grey's a good color. Even looks good on horses.
My coin's on the Black Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Seem to know your horses.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned.
Tengo una Nilfgaard, creo. Pero bueno,
why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into
todavía
riding
sigo pensando en el hijo de Adam.
Splendid! In that case, you must choose a mount.
Dame el negro ese.
All right, Nemrod.
Negraco.
Pit a Nilfgaardian stallion against a Nilfgaardian general.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zeracanian Bay. The horses are saddled. Let's begin.
Riders, ready!
I adore the speed, the rush of air.
Let's go.
Hostia. Ah. Se sale el camino.
Don't spare the horse. I adore the speed, the rush of air.
¿Quién es loco? Me encanta frenarlos con un puto caballo. Con la hitbox. No. Pero no. Qué puta. Que sale el puto camino. Bastante complicado controlar este caballo.
The roach I chose put in a nice run.
Exceptional. I've not lost a race in a while. I congratulate you. That is yours. Ah, look! Lady Latar has just arrived.
Who?
The woman formerly known as Molly. There she stands.
Right. Thanks.
I shall be here
Me
for a
parte
time.
el culo completamente.
Find me if you'd like to
Quiere
ride
decir
back
que es
to the
alguna
city.
expansión nueva, no sé. Pero no sé, está guapo. Al menos es diferente a lo que hice la última vez.
Who do you favor, my lady?
Can't decide between the black stallion and the grey mare. Keep going back and forth, back and forth. Sorry, don't believe we've been introduced.
I'm Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again.
Me parece que era al revés, loca.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Kairan by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you about him. Know where he might be?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. Ever since I became Lady Latard, it's been nothing but balls, banquets, and other such... congregations. Awful tiring, all this. But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
Sure he does. Saw him himself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
Know where I can find her, Dandelion's sister?
I know. Whenever I asked Dandelion when we'd visit her, he'd grow all quiet and then change the subject.
I'm under the impression Dandelion thinks you still serve the Lavalettes.
Oh, that's because I never told him I stopped. Didn't want him to treat me any different.
And your husband has nothing against it? Your old friendship?
Course not. Sweetiekins couldn't be happier that Dandelion's raising me sophistication.
Pues vale.
Any chance
Te
you
enseña mucho
remember
más
your
cosas,
last
bro.
conversation with Dandelion?
Course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon.
Luces te faltan un poquito, compañero.
And that wine with the bubbles. And he'd sing me arias. But Not seen him since.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait, before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
Disculpe, señora. A ver la silla que me dio. Estilo silla. Joder, tengo un montón de putas sillas. 45 de vigor. Silla de carreras 40 de vigor. Silla de carreras. Silla de montar. Mejorada de carreras. ¿Es esta la que me dio, no? Es superior de carreras. Es esta. Pues esta. Bueno, un poquito mejor que lo que tenía.
Ah, Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
Gladly. It's a long way.
Well then, let's go.
Sigo pensando en eso.
And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Porque este le suda la polla también. Supongo que si no es su esposa, la pava esa, yo qué sé, la va a estar cortejando o algo. Pues le suda muchísimo la polla que me haya cargado el hijo de aquella mujer.
Don't you fear the pirates?
No. What do you want?
Rosavar Atra's expecting me. Supposed to give her lessons in swordplay.
Come with me. Miss Rosa awaits.
Eso lo sabemos porque nos lo dijo Soltan. Que cada vez contrataban nuevo. Cada vez echaban el anterior y contrataban un nuevo maestro del bien. Pero creo que si no dices eso, si no hablas con Soltan, me suena que tienes que dar una vuelta del copón para entrar aquí. Y termina pasando exactamente lo mismo, así que mejor así. Joder, no puedo. Señor. Joder. Literalmente me llevo en los hombros, pero bueno.
You're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Pues a partirnos las putas cabezas. Toma, pum, parry. Toma, pum, parry.
you gonna make me wait?
Joder, no hubo parry ahí.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Pero loco, que te está viendo parry. Toma parry, boom, la go in the mouth. Joder.
Damn it! Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in? Splendid. I always wanted to meet a Witcher. This is so exciting.
Sí, bastante.
Incredibly. But we ought to discuss that another time. Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and...
Vale, loca.
Pathetic.
Joder, loca.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Toma parry, boom. Lo que está viendo el parry. Joder, a través de la pared. Uy.
Damn it! Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Espero clases particulares sean un eufemismo. Con mucho gusto.
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind.
Son twins.
Edna va Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Wait a minute. Mean to say Dandelion mixed you two up?
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters.
No me importa, me gustaría que las dos me pisaran la cara muy fuerte.
Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping
Cuidado,
at each other's
no me obliguen a
throats.
romper todas las sillas de este lugar.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Joder, parece que tuvieran 6 años tú. Para que tuvieran, sí, que estuvieran en segundo grado de la escuela, yo que sé.
Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored, she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna,
Es que para que tuvieran 11 años,
you
pues
needn't
increíble.
pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or Trebaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Calonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Calonetta.
I must go.
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again.
Tanto.
Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
La que quieras, loca. ¿Dónde y cuándo? Tú pon fecha y hora.
Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Goes. Joder. Va, Popito. Si no te importa. Yo medito aquí hasta mañana, loca. Y que pase lo que tenga que pasar.
Okay, Swex.
Lo mismo hay que salir afuera, Uy. Espérate. Let's go, josear. O sea, ya lo he leído. Esto también. Esto no. Eso sí. ¿Qué será de Temeria? Joder. ¿Qué será de Temeria? Temeria es una tierra en la que antaño fluía la leche y la miel que les habrá hecho a los dioses para que sean tan crueles con ella. Para algunos es la perla del norte, para otros un mero rancho en el que cabalgan los nilfgaardianos. Este país ha sobrevivido a 2 guerras contra el imperio. Fue aquí donde se desarrolló la batalla más cruenta. Fue en Temeria donde se vivieron las hazañas más sangrientas. Fue la población de Temeria la que tuvo que sufrir en sus carnes toda la crudeza de la guerra. Y resistimos, con valentía sin dudar, hasta la muerte de nuestro gran protector, el rey Foltest. Luego el destino le dio la espalda a Temeria. Tras ser asesinado a traición, Foltest no dejó un sucesor digno en Temeria. Por eso mismo la nación no tardó en llenarse de perros arnosos que la destrozaban como si fuera carroña. Ya no le quedaban más aliados. Nadie recordaba que antaño habíamos sido protectores del norte. Ante los planes del bailarín loco, aquel que metía las lápidas de sus enemigos en una sala de baile. Ahora la libertad y la independencia son solo un recuerdo para Temeria. Un solo oscuro se cierne sobre cada muralla, pero pese a todo todavía hay temerios y siempre los habrá mientras la gente siga creyendo. Seguirá influyendo temor en el usurpador que nos quitó nuestra querida capital, Maxima, para tratarla como si fuese su propiedad. Y es que entre las sombras no se oculta una daga, sino se esconde todo el poder de una nación de dagas que están ansiosas por asestar un golpe de la justicia, asestar el golpe de la justicia. Ok. Perdón, es la solución. Coseamos eso.
Uh-oh, I think that peas cod would be alright.
Joder. Una agüita. Es más, tómate una agüita, loco.
reckon? Piss off! None of your...
Boom.
Greetings! Are you here for a specific reason?
Got a meeting with Rosa, a fencing lesson.
Geralt of Rivia, yes? Miss Rosa stepped out for a walk. Near Temple Bridge, she said. She asked that you join her.
Guess it's gonna be an interesting lesson. Thanks.
Voy a buscar la Rosita. El 15. A ver, creo que me puedo poner mierda aquí. Vamos que ahí puedo. Vamos a poner esta mierda. Aquí. Y esta me la pongo. ¿Qué es más? Ni me voy a poner esa mierda. ¿Qué es esto? Por si daño, no sé qué mierda. Demper flechas durante los hechos de adrenalina. Perdón, no sé si daño y regresión ahorita. Pues esta mierda, yo creo. Pum. 28 de ataque. Y esta mierda me la pongo acá abajo. Pum. 2. Que creo que por ahí había algún TP, pero bueno. Vamos a pato, tampoco es tan grande la ciudad. Bueno, sí es enorme, pero es bonita, digamos. No es como el puto Belén que hay pantanos en cada esquina.
Duty calls.
A ver. ¿Por qué? El tonto este.
You again? Want some more? Bruises on your ass heel already?
On God, I say! Victory will be mine this time. I've practiced with shield and sword. Many a headless scarecrow round here. Heed my warning and stand and fight!
Qué pesado que eres, compañero.
Duly heated. Now show me what you got.
Espérate un momento. No. Que con esto le quito el escudo facilísimo. Bueno, pues, acción. Vaya.
Had enough?
Yes, but next time...
Go back to Maid Bilberry and apologize for being an ass. Quick, before I change my mind and break your bones.
We shall meet again.
Es tontísimo, tío. Eres tontísimo, loco. Fíjate lo mismo. Para que amanezca, para que yo que sé, haya un clima mejor, ¿no? Estar lloviendo ahí de noche y todo eso. Es un poco una puta mierda. Gracias por esperarme 5 horas sentado ahí en el tierra.
Nilfgaardian regiment always accompany you on your walks?
Always. Papa's orders. It's for your protection, Rosa dear. People here hate us. Why? What have I done to them? But enough about that. Soldier, you may leave.
But His Excellency Ambassador Var Atra said that...
And this Excellency is telling you otherwise. Do you not recognize him? This is Geralt of Rivia, the best swordsman the North has ever seen. I'm safe with him. Now march off, quickly. Left, right, left, right. Finally. Let's go, Geralt. I've something I wish to show you.
We were supposed to train, not go for a walk.
I know, Geralt. Now stop harping on about it and let's go.
Pensaba que iba a enfocar en otra cosa esta cita,
Here. You see, I thought that instead of training in a dank old cellar, we'd move around in the open air. A duel on a bridge, like in the novels. Now draw your sword.
Only got my steel and silver swords. We should be fighting with practice weapons.
We should, but you of all people ought to know. There's much more fun in doing things you shouldn't.
Listen, I'd really rather not hurt you.
Stop patronizing me, or you'll be the one to get hurt. Now on guard.
Ok, Lucas, si quieres que te parte la cara, no mientas, Geralt, fea no es. Hasta otra cosa, pero fea no. Bueno, no puedo usar señal. Ok. Joder, y esto... Todo feliz de los guardias, viendo cómo parto la cara a esta señora.
Ow! Stop! I yield!
You alright?
Yes. The only thing you've really hurt is my pride.
By the way, how'd you get interested in fencing?
I was bored. I've no friends here. Papa keeps me on a short lead. It's banquet after banquet after banquet. I detest banquets.
Boring conversations, terrible food, and weak booze.
Exactly. At least with a sword in hand, I can have some fun. You know, blow off steam.
All right, what's next?
We should return. Just forgive me, Geralt. I know this might sound awkward. But would you mind turning around for a moment?
Joder, peleas con
My
corset.
corset's shifted. It's pinching me terribly.
¿En serio?
I can understand a woman wanting to look pretty, but fighting in a corset, it slows you.
Vaya.
Rosa? Shit, she ran off. Anything happens to her, Var Atra will kill me. Need to find her.
Quiero ver algo. ¿Qué cojones tengo aquí? Tengo delusión a esta mierda, el escudo y... No me gusta la ráfaga porque quita escudo bastante fácil, pero con Axia igual. No sé. Y la otra de fuego quema armaduras, así que creo que es mejor.
Far from home, aren't you, sweetie? And there's no telling if you'll ever get back.
She's Ambassador Var Atra's daughter. She's got diplomatic immunity.
I don't really understand the shite you're saying. Now it's clear you love your black ones.
It's no surprise, Lucas. Witches are drawn to monsters, just the way things are. But this beastie...
Pero tú eres tonto.
I believe you've offended the young lady. Now apologize, as nicely as you can.
Forgive me, milady.
I am sorry.
Your turn. Be nice like your friend. Bow low, and go be a patriot somewhere else.
Lucas and Kobe. I shall remember those names. And when the Emperor takes Novigrad, I will find them and have them pay.
Easy. Didn't hurt you in the end.
They raised their hand against me. That's enough to have that hand lopped off.
Okay.
Lesson's over. Remember what you've learned today. Looks like you'll be using that sword often.
It's beyond me, Geralt. I don't understand you. Why concern yourself with the fate of two drunkards? The world would be a better place without...
You should go home now. And take the shortest, not
simple,
the scenic route.
I understand. Farewell, Geralt. And good luck on the path.
Permiso. De joseo esa mierda. ¿Qué estamos haciendo? Ah, sí, la misión principal. ¿Esto era? No. Las flores rotas. Gatetes. Me tienen miedo. A ver. Ver caminando. De paso me da mierda. Me da mucha puta ansiedad ver los putas interrogantes en el mapa. Me da mucha putísima ansiedad. Tengo un puto problema con ese tipo de cosas. Josear. Joseadito. Joder, no me dieron nada de fórmulas. ¿No puedo por aquí? Venga, vamos, Geralt. Puedes. ¿Qué coño es eso? Ajá. Una cubeta de cum. Podría haberme hecho TP aquí, pero quería quitar esa mierda del mapa.
Help! Save me! I'm dying!
Armed ruffians in town.
How are you keeping, Bobby? Miss your Zoltan, you old bird?
¿Bobby? ¿La del LOL?
Haven't even drunk her water. Naughty
No quería hacer eso, pero bien hecho.
Ah, you're back! You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
Zoltan, venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well. Mark my words, she'll be playing Gwent with us in no time. But we were to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, mystery woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently. Named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Why wasn't she on the list?
This Priscilla wasn't like the others. I think Dandelion more than fancied her. I think it was fervour.
He lusts after every other woman he meets.
How can I explain? Who does Dandelion love most?
Himself.
Exactly. And she's his mirror image.
Dandelion in love. Actually, truly in love.
Oh, yes. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
A ver. Estaba leyendo Twitter. Consulta en el mate para estar hablando. Pasado el caso. Esta parte de la, creo que de lo que ya he jugado de juegos, creo que es una de mis partes favoritas. Me putísimo encanta esta parte. Cuando conocemos a Priscilla, a Caloneta. What? ¿Qué cojones pasa? Why are you running? Why are you running? A ver. Pasado el ocaso. Pum, ocaso. Esto me encanta. Está putísimo guapo todo esto.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
Se viene.
These scars long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars own. Rend my heart open, then your love profess, a winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone, amidst the cold to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning, your scent berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning, your scent berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
Me putísimo encanta la puta canción. Me encanta. No puedo ir nada más, me puto encanta. Pues me di cuenta, estaba hablando de Jennifer y Geralt, la canción. Y las grosellas, lobo.
I know him! 'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer?
There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's ass.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
Permit me to introduce...
Priscilla.
This here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta. As lovely as she is talented. And this...
It's Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say...
Lo he dicho.
Sorceresses.
Uy, te pillo ahí.
There's a good reason I don't pour my heart out to bards. They always babble, as you just demonstrated. But listen, besides giving you the details of my affairs, did Dandelion mention his own plans, where he might be going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later.
Not here. Come with me.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
Sheeped up.
And I've not seen him since.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Horse and Junior's lair. Then Horson's men chased him all over town.
Horson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuben, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
A rascal. At least he didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. I'd be in deep then.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Whoever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax. I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Horson first. And Siggy Reuben. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Horson, but Reuben runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Well, I've got bugger all to do here. Heading back to the Rosemary. Got Poppy to feed. And then I suppose I'll wait. See if our warbler don't come home on his own. Take care.
Ok. Voy a hacer algo que es leer las entradas estas. Bestiario no loco. Leer los personajes. Ahorita este lo había leído, yo lo había leído, ¿no? No sé por qué me sale, pero bueno. Bastardo hijo. El joven Krypton Willy era uno de los criminales más peligrosos de Novigrado. Había heredado los casinos, el ring de lucha y los bordeles de su padre, así como sus tendencias sádicas, su crueldad y su falta de escrúpulos. Dichos rasgos habían convertido el mote bastardo en una especie de herencia familiar para su poderoso clan criminal. Cronatil, esta es la que conocimos. Dominar la oniromancia, el arte mágica de descifrar pasado y futuro mediante los sueños, resultaba complicado incluso para un hechicero más experimentado, pero las que nacen con este don pueden practicarlo con maestría sin haber percibido educación alguna. Tal era el caso de Corinne Tilly, cuya fama como soñadora nombre por el cual se conocen los adivinos, se extendía por doquier. Aquella talentosa dama no solo era capaz de soñar con eventos pasados, sino que también podía provocar sueños proféticos en personas necesitadas de indicaciones o respuestas a preguntas concretas. Esta habilidad resultaron muy útiles para guerra en su cacería. Eli Hall. Geller interpretó erróneamente una de mis notas y dio por hecho de que Eli Hall y yo habíamos sido pareja. Por desgracia, aunque a cualquiera le encantaría contar entre sus conquistas con este sobresaliente elfo, gran conversador y estupendo sastre, lo único que hubo entre nosotros fue una amistad acompañada de buen vino. Gerard lo descubrió cuando visitó la sastrería de Lithal, donde pudo comprobar de primera mano que el elfo tenía una afición un tanto peculiar: vestirse con ropas e imitar gestos de gente del sexo contrario. Y le gustaba no solo vestirse de mujer, sino que hay otras razas de... Me pregunto cómo se vestiría de enano. No sé. Francis Bedlung, el rey de los mendigos. La ciudad de Novigrado no conoció al rey durante casi 200 años. Seguro que Francis Blais tenía esto en mente cuando se bautizó como el rey de los mendigos, título del cual burla la pomposidad de la corona y al mismo tiempo se adueña un poco de ella. Bedlam era un hombre pragmático, rasgo muy útil entre su profesión. Gestionar una red de ladrones, vagabundos, maleantes y pillos que se extendía por toda la ciudad. Sus contactos le permitían acceder a los rumores más recientes y la información más jugosa, y gracias a sus impuestos que le cobraba a sus súbditos tenía unos suculentos ingresos para mantener su corte. En la polar putrefacta, Francis odiaba el fanatismo y los prejuicios en igual medida. Me agrada. Por lo que los magos que vivían de las garras de los cazadores de brujas solían recurrir en busca de su protección. Esta es la pava, me dice algo aquí. En su época, la baronesa María Luisa Lavalette estaba en boca de todos los habitantes de Temeria. Esa mujer de la nobleza había sido amante del rey Faultless, al que incluso le dio 2 hijos ilegítimos. Esto provocó un gran escándalo y que varias familias famosas se alzaran en una revuelta armada. Dicha revuelta fue aplacada de forma sangrienta por el ejército del rey, que tomó el castillo de La Valette durante el asedio de lo más virulento. ¿Durante un asedio de lo más virulento? ¿Fue con virus o qué pedo? Por desgracia, este asedio provocó la muerte del hijo mayor de la baronesa. Espada en mano, había luchado por defender el honor de su madre, pero murió a manos de Geralt. Ni putísima idea. En aquel momento estaba junto al rey Faultless. Nadie podría reprocharle a Luis la Valette lo desafortunado que sentía por el brujo, odio que hizo más palpable cuando sus caminos se volvieron a cruzar. Entonces esto fue algo de otro juego. Pero leí que no cargará, o sea, porque más que nada porque no tengo partida, pero estoy jugando aquí y yo qué sé, y la partida que jugué de Witcher 2 no lo llegué a terminar, pero lo jugué en el PC, o sea, y lo jugué hace mucho. Chilling, no tengo esa partida, no cargué esa partida. Igualmente la otra vez, cuando jugué a The Witcher 3 anteriormente, le di lo mismo que que fue emular, creo, una partida de Witcher 2. Supongo que es aleatorio, digo yo, porque supongo que eso pasó en el 2. Porque en el 2 es cuando mata a reyes y todo el pedo, y tiene el rollo con el rey de Temeria y toda la pesca esa. No llega, como yo no lo llegué a terminar, pero bueno. Se me hace muy raro eso, pero bueno. Priscila. Como poeta romántico he inmortalizado en versos floridos los encantos. Joder, puedo leer bien. He inmortalizado en versos floridos los encantos de amorosas almas y cuerpos de mujer. Pero cuando abro la boca para cantar las alabanzas de Priscila, siento que aunque me cueste entenderlo, las palabras se me agolpan en la garganta, que todas mis elaboradas figuras retóricas se me antojan artificiales y huecas en comparación con la belleza natural de esta mujer, su talento, su sensibilidad y su inteligencia. En el momento aproximado en que comienza nuestro relato, Priscila, o Caloneta, nombre artístico con el que logró su fama, finalizó su gira triunfal de actuaciones que la había llevado hasta situarse en las cortes de Lan Extel y Ponbanis, a Tretogor y Caelf, hasta finalmente recalar en la gloriosa ciudad de Novigrado. Creo que había una del tonto este de Jaskier. Hostia puta. Puesto, querido lector, que eres cosmopolita y que te resulte innecesario que te presente a mi humilde persona y el papel que iba a desempeñar en el siguiente relato. Aún así lo haré para que no me falten los detalles y por si precede de algún confín del mundo donde aún no ha alcanzado cierta notoriedad. Nacido en el 1229, poeta y trovador de talento, graduado de la Academia de Oxenfurt, artista habitual en las cortes reales, apreciado amante sin par y en ocasiones adorado por las damas de todo el mundo, hábil en las negociaciones y conmovedor en los discursos. Esta es la imagen de Jaskier que suele aparecer en los relatos de quienes lo conocen. Esta imagen es por supuesto excesivamente colorista y yo prefiero considerarme un humilde artista y servidor de la musa, alguien que debe su fama a su obra. El hecho de que siempre he sido, soy y seré el amigo incondicional de mi compañero el brujo ¿puedo leer bien? De mi compañero el brujo Geralt, cuyo destino como fiel cronista dedico el presente escrito. Al enterarse de que yo había desaparecido, Geralt lo dejó todo para averiguar qué había sido de mí, aunque al principio sospecho que la causa de mis desvelos tenía que ver con muchos y turbulentos asuntos amorosos. Posteriormente averiguó que me había extraviado mis pasos hacia el crimen y que pretendía robar el tesoro de uno de los jefes de los bajos fondos de Novigrado. Ok. Creo que vas a ir otro día porque hay otras horas y me duele la puta espalda y tengo sueño. Así que Hasta luego.